And please stand for the pledge to the pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks everybody for coming. Be advised that we have 4 assisted listening devices available for anyone who is hard of hearing. So please let us know. We'd love to help. Please come forward if you require one. In accordance with Resolution 2-2012, you are informed Scott Stilson, Benson Drive is recording tonight's meeting for posting on YouTube. This meeting is also being recorded electronically and is available for viewing and listening on Microsoft Teams. In accordance with the Board of Supervisors Resolution 20-2023, the rules of conduct of public meetings and public comment period shall be observed and are listed at the bottom of the agenda.
Excuse me, what do you have for the hard of hearing? My hearing.
Exactly right. Miranda, do your thing.
I just can't.
That's good. So it's an assisted listening device. So you can move this assisted listening device. So you can move this up to your ear and have a speaker.
I got it by hearing aids.
It's been,
I'm
this is the first time I'm using it as well. So if we can troubleshoot if we need to. But I believe it should, hopefully. And let's see, can you hear things? How about that? Okay. Yes. So just be sure that tonight when you're talking, to just turn on the mics. As that will help the audio come through these assistants.
Thank you. Would anyone like to make a motion to approve June 18th meeting's minutes?
I was absent, so I'm staying. I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mayor. Ray has made the motion. Any seconds? All those in favor? Aye. At this point, we'd like to have our public comment section. Would anyone like to speak publicly?
I guess I would.
Please.
Or maybe you're going to go over all this, the things I came to find out. There's a multitude of things. But the main thing is, I'm not up to date on what's going on at the park, except for the fact that I can see what needs to be done and I see you tore stuff down. But what's happening with that original little child section back in the corner that is sunken down 2 feet, you know, the water has, plus you can't even drive back there anymore. How are you using it?
Back down there. You're a neighbor there, right?
I am a neighbor.
Yeah, I remember you. But no one's been driving back there I've been here 3 years, and that concrete block was up there a couple of years before. I think it's...
Oh, I know,
it's pre-pandemic, possibly pre-pandemic. The reason why that they're not going to open that up to cars, I think, is safety. But I would say that question would probably be better posed at a Board of Supervisors meeting.
I see.
It is safety, though. The bridge, I think they're not 100% sure of the bridge capacity. And also, they kind of wanted to limit access back there in the dark.
Does
that make sense?
I know why that happened, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as far as the park, the kids' playground, that is kind of It's actually a good question. This part of it is not a good question. There is some talk of, is the word again?
Yes, water leakage there.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What that word, try to figure
Keeps it
out
from
there. Remediate that area so that the water flows through a little better before they put any more money into that spot, honestly. People who go back there, I just had my grandson back there the other day. We played disc golf and he went up on the playground. So it does get used, but you have to walk back here to use it.
Yeah, it used to be when it was accessible, used constantly, and now almost, it's been less than half.
It's good news that it was used a lot, because, that's probably the most positive thing that I've heard about that area. It is a really nice little playground area.
Oh, it's wonderful. And the last time I was here, when I got into a yelling match, they removed the fence right at that area. There is a tunnel with water. It could be a dangerous area for small children.
I was here that day, and I don't remember a yelling match, but I do remember you making the point, and that's why I remember you.
I wasn't the only one yelling.
I don't think we
Well, also, somebody said they're going to do away with the ball field.
They moved one ball field out of the way so we could have a little more open space for, take for instance, the event that we just had there last Friday. That area was used, there were people playing, picnicking, sitting on the ground, just things that they would have not been able to do when it was a baseball field. The middle baseball field is going to stay there, and I'm not sure about the back baseball field.
Okay, but you're not doing away with Little League or anything like that.
Little League has left, Little League hasn't been there, well, there is no Little League.
Why?
Well, there is no Honeybrook Little League charter. There is a youth baseball organization that uses the fields that we have left there. They're still there.
Well, is there some reason
I've
Little
seen
League
them
doesn't come here?
Excuse me?
Is there some reason Little League doesn't come to Huntington?
Yeah, the one reason is that it's more regional Little League now, and they play their games in
Berks County.
in Berks County. But Elverson, are they connected with Elverson?
I think ultimately, I'm sorry to interject, Kevin, but to answer your question regarding Little League, Little League I would use as a generic term for the sport now. Predating 20 years ago, Little League was baseball. It's not anymore with Cal Ripken, travel baseball organizations that are unaffiliated, but are baseball and softball programs. And that's why you say, why is there no Little League? Well, there's baseball, there's softball, there's t-ball. It's just not known as Little League.
Oh, okay, so the local kids still can be involved?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I was worried that they didn't have a place to play.
Oh, they have plenty of places to play. And that's some of the struggles too. And I would just segue off of our park being the only park that we have in Honeybrook Township. We look at the park from the top lots to the ball fields to the new skate park and say, hey, this is a heavy predominant ball field. Where are we missing some of our constituents to help them picnic, just have an open place to kick a soccer ball, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I would like to defend it enough that I'd say that these little improvements, although you may see setbacks in a playground, are putting the money where it should be put first. Mm-hmm. And then obviously once you make the shiny car shiny, you keep it shiny. That's the idea.
Right. Also, way back when they talked about having some kind of nature field with, I guess, bees and bumblebees or birds, I don't know. Whatever happened to that?
We kicked that down the road just a little bit because we wanted to put the disc golf course in first and then see where there was some open space for
not wildlife, but...
pollinator garden.
Yeah, that's of great interest to me. Now, you mentioned golf course. Well, I didn't know about this. However, I do know that somebody is, and has been shooting golf balls in my yard all the time. And now you tell me it's going to be legal.
No, listen, it's a frisbee, it's not a golf ball.
Oh, no, I'm talking golf balls.
No, but we're throwing a frisbee. It's
Okay.
frisbee golf.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I think I covered it all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? Or discussions? Number one, F1, the recycled benches. Do we have any news on the recycled benches, which I'm very interested in, and I'm getting more interested in because we actually saw an additional park benches and picnic tables that's where we're at now. They're kind of like,
You know,
So the-
in summer talking trees, that's really where,
I'm sorry, Stephen?
I was just going to jump right on it. So the last kind of conversations we had was regarding the company local here. I'm going to totally botch their name. Jahaco, something like that, the J could be silent. You want to help me out here somewhere? Jahaco. A ADA bench, so that's a typical park bench with the overhang to allow wheelchair accessible at the end, is about $1,500 straight out. So that's not an engraved plaque or, memorialized bench, but they have a litany of colors that they come in. Obviously, there'd be charged for freight on the back end. They're pretty substantially heavy. I would steer our advisory board commission towards the larger size if we went with a picnic table bench, just because I think it's harder to move, and I know that was a concern the last time we talked. Now, if we just go with like the conventional garden bench, that would be a 6-foot wide bench, single back, something you position on the trail or potentially at the start of like the frisbee golf. That's about $1,000, again, not freight included, not customization or memorialized. A lot of these are based off being footed on concrete. So we have to look at, especially on an ADA park bench, where this thing's positioned, is it appropriately accessible, and how's it footed underneath? So I would say a hard and compact surface of concrete. Now, the garden benches, they can kind of go anywhere we deem like, hey, there's a great spot on this kind of S-bend. You can see the skate park, you can see the kids playing down by the creek, what have you. They have what's known as duckbill anchors. And they're essentially a large pole-driven cleat that you hit into the earth, and then when you reach a point, you like cinch back a little bit, and it kind of does a molly or a toggle to keep them in the earth. And then you essentially use like bike chain style wrapping onto the base of these things. Because I would hate to see kids tip them over and that kind of style. Besides that, I think we'd like to probably identify what the need is and where before we just, say, hey, let's devote 3,500, whatever to.
do you have the first description, is it picnic table and bench? or
Yeah,
something?
the first one that was $1,500 was a ADA picnic table. Yes.
So the picnic tables that we have under the pavilion, moving them out, would that be an option?
Absolutely.
That's kind of where I'm thinking to begin with anyway, as we
Yeah.
restock the.
There's absolutely endless stuff to the degree of even, again, talking to our friends, the Boy Scouts. I mean, they outfit a park with 7 benches that are your typical 6x6 posts and treated lumber. It's a trade-off, right?
I'd like to see us go with that recycled in that.
Oh, I mean,
Moving forward, but not in a lump sum, and that's why if we could maybe invest in just a couple of park benches for along the walking path or more around the skate park. A lot of people like to go and just watch them.
So the caveat to the recycled, the one, I'd say the con, is it is a plastic product, so if anybody has a plastic deck and have ever worn bare feet on the deck and they're scorching hot, these do get very hot. Not like there's a lot of surface, but, you know, it's something to think about with the color selections, because there are, you know, an array you can go with, you know, the feet being black and the bench top being brown, something like that as well.
You know, how is that price comparable to like the benches that we've recently bought around the
Skate park.
skate park?
Your phone, or, go ahead.
I feel like 2,500 was the amount on those benches that are shown in the skate park.
Each?
Or three per.
And there's a, I would say they are legit, I mean,
Yeah, they are definitely.
yeah, they're stout.
Would be different. They use the concrete base.
Yeah, they're almost part of the skate park. Not that I've seen anybody jump over them or anything.
Oh, you just put that one out there.
Well, never attack that from YouTube.
That'll be next.
All right, I can remember talking about some free recycled plastic benches. No, a while ago, or?
Yeah, that's what they
It's a
kind of
local,
spurred this
yeah,
on.
summer, was your.
I think my mom might.
Yeah,
Actually, you
actually,
mentioned it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, the thing with that company was, it wasn't, I was at West Amio's meeting, West Amio wasn't buying the benches, they were,
Taking the donations.
yeah, they were looking for people in the community or businesses to sponsor them, and the idea was West Amio didn't have to do anything, they just had to say, here's where we want them, and that company did all of the work with the individual or the business. So I think before you guys go buying them, I think you should, you know, try to get people to
there's
sponsor them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd have to know what you want, and where you want to put it. And, I mean, some of those benches down there right now are really rough. I mean, they're rusty and probably need a tetanus shot after you sit on one. They're so,
I think that's a
You mean the
great,
picnic table benches and stuff?
just the ones along the trail.
Yeah, those are the ones that definitely need them.
Yeah, they should probably be the first thing you invest in and change.
I think that's a great place to start. I think we should take an inventory on the benches that we have, right?
That's actually, I would say.
And probably replace before we add, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's something maybe, maybe we could, talk to Jeff about, meeting one of us down at the park and, look at these benches and say, yeah or nay.
Jeff.
Brenda?
Yeah.
Jeff is the head of maintenance.
Okay.
And I was just working with him last week on the signs for the disc golf course. And these guys absolutely knocked it out of the park in 100-degree heat.
That's, yeah, amazing. You wanted to inventory the
Existing parks, the
What
existing
about the
benches.
picnic tables too, to see if
Yeah.
any of those could be moved?
I already talked to him about that, and he was for it.
Cool. We just thought scattered through some of that open space that,
We certainly have the one up by the snack bar that should be moved to a better area, to our area, something that could serve
Yeah.
the more common area.
Right.
All right, I think we covered benches pretty good there.
sure did.
The disc golf course, well, I let the cat out of the bag, signs are up, they look great. Joe and Kelly, thank you muchly. And they're ready for the disc golf tournament, which is the next,
Friday night.
which is the next,
You just ran and jumped from one to the next just so perfectly.
That's Meredith.
you know, like,
Okay, good.
oh,
What are we talking,
we're talking about
the disc golf?
tournament.
Have we received received any registrations, pre-registrations?
on the form.
Nothing on the forms. I really can't imagine that the forms are a big deal. Or the, and especially like if it's the Amish, I don't know, do we have the 8x11 flyer type thing? Did we?
What is the bank's,
That's why I want to make sure there's some there. They are advertising within our employee thing too, and they're asking for even, they'll pay quote volunteer time. So they're asking if anyone wants to register to play, and they'll even give them the Bank of Birmingham logo t-shirt to play in. I don't know if anyone signed up. It's not like Honeybrook's convenient to Lancaster.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Other than the one's local.
Right, and for some, they've never heard of Frisbee golf or...
I mean, I'm just saying the Amish really, that was one of their big things.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was kind of with that.
Okay, well, that's good.
I'm sure I think we should word of mouth advertising
Yeah.
for it. I mean, we have everything posted out with Lonnie. If you go on Facebook, the bank
Okay.
has a flyer, I believe.
Okay.
I've been in contact with Amanda quite a bit, regarding partnership. Yeah, so we've been trying, I'll often shot some more posts this week on Facebook.
Okay, and I can share it too.
But I think it's a word of mouth. With our local lawn shows, might be a little bit more helpful getting them there to the park.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be word of mouth there.
Joe put it on UDisc.
UDisc,
So it's
okay.
on that app that people that play disc golf can see it. And then I dropped flyers at Jerry's, BB's, and one other place.
Brandon, is there an individual flyer on Honeybrook Township's Facebook page?
No, there will be, probably tomorrow actually.
Okay, good, because then we'll just bang it, just repost it like we did. Hey, it's something worked at the 250 celebration.
Well, I think people recognize that, hey, Fun Fridays are here. There's something to be done at the park on Friday evenings. And since
I
it's,
think July 4th, it was being shared a lot.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
Well-
Especially the week before, people were complaining that no one.
but think about how last summer, it was once folks found out, then it was, oh, you guys will be here next Friday, or
Yes,
whatever the next
that's
event
true.
was. Well, we only got through the first one. So,
Should we consider with it being a lot of the cost was absorbed, or there is no cost, but maybe a bounce house? I mean, if people bring their kids and want to play disc golf.
I have bounce houses coming on,
the movie.
on the 31st,
Yeah, which is a good.
on the 29th of August, whichever, the last,
Yeah.
the movie in August.
20th.
And also we have opportunity, I want to ask everyone, about a water slide for splash light.
I did see those.
So that would be 3, and we've already ordered 2 of them for Harmony Day. But this guy, Jet Party Supplies, will work with us. What is the bank's role in this thing?
Really, they just sponsor, they'll have people there dipping up they're gonna do the dipping and any registration, that kind of stuff.
And what else, and where are we doing crafts again?
We need to have the crafts.
What crafts table set up like?
Yeah, we should. Unless we want to just do tie-dye again.
We have
plenty.
shirts.
We have a lot.
Basically, we have all of the frisbees with Bank of Birmingham logo on it, and we have the side of the contract. So we have $500 gift from them, which is mostly going towards those frisbees, I believe. I'm just waiting on that invoice, and then, yeah, they really seem like they want to be involved in person, but as Sherry said, it's just a
I
matter.
know there are
of
2
back and
people
forth.
registered to be here, whether they're just gonna be able to dip up and have one of us hold a registration table. I don't know, and it's as long as we're all aware, and I know Bank of Birmingham is too, that this come our first get into
I
it.
think they are, I think they're.
Yeah, they're not like, oh, we expect this.
I will say, in terms of budget, with the way that you guys are currently spending, you have plenty of funds available. If you want to do another bounce house, you guys are nowhere near their 10,000 limit. that you were allotted for this year. I'm working on getting a total on what has been spent so far. I mean, you guys aren't left in the dark on what how much is remaining. And the treasurer does keep track of that when you submit receipts and all that fun stuff. She will provide constant updates, but if you need to know once I'm on where you're at,
She would have
she would
that.
know. And I am also, I'm jumping ahead, I'm also preparing an informational document, but we'll get to that.
Okay, when you get to your,
Yeah.
Did you happen to order, I had it in the notes from last time, Kelly was gonna ask you about ordering the prizes.
I am not
Okay.
any prices or, do you have a list of anything? Because
It was $250 and $225 gift sporting goods cards, is what we had said originally. I just wanted to follow up, and if you want me to order them and get reimbursed, that's fine, too. Whatever's easier for you.
I was gonna say, I will confirm with you tomorrow, but that is one of those things that we should be able to get that in with plenty of time for next Friday. I'm just gonna, at the end, I'm gonna grab some you can.
Okay.
Hey, Kevin, or Miranda, did you put maybe a flyer over at the landfill? Because when people are over at the disc golf over there, if they see the tournament one, it may, drive some more people over here on Friday.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I know a guy over there that runs that disc golf course. Maybe I'll just take a flyer up to him tomorrow.
Okay, so you're
Just for due diligence, right?
There's a, the tent sale at the Brandywine Shoe Shop. I think it's this weekend. They're setting up a tent now. I think it gets a lot of Amish traffic, so you may want to drop some pamphlets off there. And then self-promotion, you may want to hit the hardware store, but that Birmingham Bank right next to it. So
yeah, certainly has
it's
something.
their gig, they're sponsoring the
Yeah.
gig type thing. And they still have that truck that goes up to the
Do they
shoe
still
shop.
have, actually, still have some mobile trucks?
I did put one at Hunter Hardware, that was the place I was gonna get it. But I can take care of Brandywine Shoe Shop over there.
You can.
Yeah.
I think they just put the tent up today, I believe.
That's good, it's big,
Those
good.
flyers here.
The general ones with all the dates, yes, we have some sitting right on the counter. So I
Not
can
the
grab those.
individual ones, but I usually put
I was gonna say, the individual
I
one,
just printed them at home. I printed the one that had the list of events.
okay, because those
That's
still
what
get
she does.
currently in terms of the individual one, I can put on some wheels and have it out by 10:30 tomorrow morning.
All right.
So if that's helpful, then I
Can
can
you grab
actually
yours?
have
Can you grab yours?
I'll probably just print them at home.
All right.
I'll just print one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm just going to the shoe shop.
For the individual one.
Yeah, I'll put both up there.
Okay.
I guess along the lines of the landfill, just off, you might want to hit Curd Park and French Creek too. If there's a place there. that
We
does
can run
something.
around this weekend, Saturday's tournament.
Do they sell disc golf supplies at your buddy in downtown?
They do, but, you know, we could put one there, but I don't know how much traffic. I would think putting it at the disc golf course would make more sense.
Yeah,
But
because
I
that
don't know if
triggers
there's
in.
bulletins were there.
Well, they have kiosks like we do, but I don't know if it's an open, anybody can post anything, or is it like
Yeah.
ours where it's
It's a lot of
not?
country, even close to the,
I don't know, maybe I think close to the course, yeah, people just go to the course to play.
that's what I was thinking.
Do you know if
So-
Soaps has a bulletin board? Do they sell goods over by Shady? Because they have a bunch of
Certainly
disc golf
do.
supplies in their store.
You would think
Yeah.
that they would have a
You would
community
think.
board.
Yeah. If I'm up that way.
Yeah, I was about to say, you give me some more ideas if you want around.
Well, that's what I could run my goods and any other things out that way.
The,
Okay, so you'll do.
the general sign
But
has
I'll also tell
five
you,
dates on it.
the individual one, you're gonna email the PDF or email
That's okay.
If you post it, I can just save it as a PDF.
I can send it to Jake, that's okay.
She's gonna make
In
one.
the group meet,
Okay.
send it as a PDF, via email, whatever you need.
I'd rather use my work.
Yes, yeah, I got
But it's nice, so,
And I mean,
Make one with the five
yeah,
dates.
yeah.
Okay.
And so,
And we do our market stand, so I'm just gonna take them and push them like that, and stand.
They were going to do sex now.
it's all gonna take care of landfill.
You're doing the landfill, I'm doing Brandywine Shoe Shop, and Sherry's doing
I'm
goods.
doing goods and I'm trying enough for, like I said, some of the little market stands along the way. 3 and 4. Even if we pick up one family at a market stand, we're sold.
What is this advertising for?
The disc golf tournament next Friday. So in the James A. Apple Park, they're going to be, for the next Fun Friday event, they're going to host a disc golf tournament. So they're just trying to find places to put more flyers to draw more traffic in.
Well, what about the borough? I
I
mean,
mean,
there's kids.
I would like for them to put this up on their sign, and I'll ask again about this. I've asked for some coordination in past events, and it was a struggle.
But now, the kids are coming through my yard. I give them permission, as long as they check for ticks every night, that they come through my yard. And every day there's more kids. And I'm so happy that they're coming out of the borough into the park. Because if they're in the borough, they don't know what to get into. If they're going to the park, it's a good thing.
Right.
So we put more advertising somewhere.
Well, I know we did the library and there are a couple.
Do we have one at the library?
Library, we already said it's in there.
Yes, there's one at the library, one at the hardware store. Bank of Birmingham is involved with next week's event. So they've been trying to get in with the local businesses to advertise in and around the borough. It's just in terms of coordinating with the borough as a municipality, we've run into a little bit of struggle.
With all the banks in the corner, we can do that all the banks next year. There's almost one on every corner.
Well,
Telephone poles, you know, I know you're not allowed to put them on telephone poles, but everybody does. So,
And if you have walking traffic, it's useful. If you have driving traffic, it's only so many, you can't do much.
what we really,
I would like, go ahead, if you've got a thought.
what we would really like, and I've talked to the board of supervisors about it individually, is to get a message board somewhere around on 322 that advertises meetings and events in the township. Supply Road, parks, the banners are nice at the parks, but there's just not enough traffic on Supply Road. But we were talking about, I was bringing up, we have given the racetrack pretty much gave it a piece of land. I'm sure, I would hope there's a little spot there for a kiosk or some type of message board. And even, it doesn't have to be electronic. I just saw one that was very nice the other day, and someone goes out there and they just replaced the letters for the events. And I just think it would go a long way to get the word out about our calendar of events.
how about the cemetery?
Is there anybody else has any thoughts about that message board?
Yeah, I think it's a good one. If you're leaving, or actually probably coming west on 322 out of Guthriesville, I think it's West Brandywine has a typical, kind of their mission statement, perhaps a logo, I don't know, but underneath has what's going on. And I would think ours could be easily produced and replaced pretty quickly. I mean, Signorama, it's so much instantaneous anymore. And you're just talking about a sheet metal, essentially. There's probably a couple of security screws that go on a typical signpost. But just something like that, I could understand coming into Honeybrook for sure.
Yeah, I think it would just take the pressure off of us because we're always just saying the same thing over and
I think the
over.
racetrack is a great idea because of where the vicinity of the park,
Right.
proposed park for that development would, and it would make sense coming into Honeybrook Township as a whole.
Right.
And it could have, I'm not saying the digital thing's the way to go, but if you did go that, a scrolling banner with that name park activities, James Humble Park activities and dates, right?
It's good for you. I do have that, the guy's phone number, so I will reach out to him and maybe try to get the ball rolling on that. And I think it's just gonna take a lot of pressure off of us. We will at least know the word's getting out to more people than we'll ever see them in the stores and all that.
Yeah.
I think a push too is becoming known on Humboldt Park. People drive by there, oh, there is an Humboldt Park. Or they've seen it in Facebook but have no clue where Humboldt Park is. It's gonna start resonating.
And it's still showing up on Google as Twin Valley Little League.
So you said that's on Google?
You tell me Google Maps.
Okay. I'm on Google Earth, so Google Earth Pro, so it's a little more up to date, but
As he's looking at that, but on your brochure, if you could maybe put even like top prizes of something, I think that helps people come to it. We doing 2 and 2, is that what we're doing with the gift cards for tomorrow?
Sounds good, that's what we talked about.
Okay, so I just mentioned that maybe on the brochure we do top prizes.
Yeah, I think we should put prizes, then that's more enticing.
2 top prizes of 50, or something. Cool.
So I think we're good. The 31st is movie night, we won't meet before then. The 14th is splash night. Anything that we have to say about that, we can always say it on Route B, but it's all pretty much decided.
I was gonna say, if there are things that you guys want to order for any of these certain events, let me know and I can store them, and that way you guys don't have to go through the reimbursement process.
Which we kind of did last year, we gave that whole list, so we could.
We still have quite a lot of things, but if you guys have anything that you know you'll have, let me know, I can order ahead of time.
I have to,
Knowing Nelly's coming home. She's our queen, perhaps.
Alright, I'm not going until the very first stuff.
Okay.
These 2 weeks here.
Gotcha.
we have to find out about the order at the snack bar for splash night. Because I know the water inside has been turned off, the sinks and everything, rightfully so, it's not being used. Could you ask Jeff if we have access for water, or can we have access for water for the 14th of August? And are we in agreement that we can and should get something from Jet Party Supplies, like a water slide thingy for splash night?
Which house did you look there on?
There's not one for this night, for
No.
splash night.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about July 31st.
I don't know. I let him pretty much, I don't know much about it. I could ask him to send us a list of what we have.
it's like, well, it's quite big.
I just rented it
Have you
out
seen
a
it?
couple weeks ago.
Okay. Like he's got ranges, like this will get you with 300, this will get you with 500, and they're pretty
They're so
impressive.
nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was one that like incorporates water with the bounce.
There is a water slide one that he's speaking of, it's like a blower.
Okay, so it is part of the bounce house.
Yes, he has a category of water.
It's like a big blow of water, usually out to the houses and.
Yeah, mine had the obstacle course, but there was no water.
Oh, you missed that.
I know,
Yeah, we did a fun on that side.
Circle back again, 24th, do we want to bounce out for the disc golf day, the disc golf tournament?
I say go for it.
No, we got to come up with some kiddie games, no, not in there.
They should probably be a staple for our Fun Friday.
I think so, since we dialed them in with our 4, I mean, it could be
It
5.
makes it easier too.
It is stuff that isn't available to them at home, so it's.
You can see it driving by.
Oh, yeah, it should be, it should probably be built in
You
our.
see it driving by. It's like-
Yeah, it is, it is.
Right. I'll go ahead and call. He's a great guy to work with too, and he goes out his way.
So you can put bounce house on your brochure.
I don't know where he's at. See where he goes?
Is he resting?
Maybe between here and Reading, I'm always thinking between Alberton and Plattsburgh.
Right.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Right. Honestly, Harmony Day, I don't think there's much really to discuss about Hungry David.
At this point,
I mean, I can tell you that everything is in place that, of how we did it last year. The food truck, the shaved ice trucks, they're both reserved. These guys from Skate Jam are gonna run the skate event, Bobby Buzzard's gonna do the sounds.
so you know what it was.
And parking is just gonna be the one question, you know, because we, you know, things are a little different this year, so.
We could have overflow, if that's where you're going with it.
Could have over.
Yeah.
You could easily have overflow, assuming it's dry.
Right.
We would just, I mean,
And it was
as a
not-
dedicated team that we are, somebody's wearing a vest and doing this with cars, and that's fine. I think that that would be more accommodating and use the main parking lot for those that are, you know, dropping off disabilities. I mean, still utilize those spaces, but do it in a way that you'd overflow. That's my opinion.
Right. And if it's not dry, well, then the crowd's gonna be down anyway, so it's not going on that. So I, well,
Is the church doing anything?
yeah,
They are.
yeah, they are, and they're gonna do food trucks instead of having like a barbecue and put all the work in the kitchen and just.
Wow, that's why we do what we do with the food truck.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
So they're gonna do it a little differently, and we talked this week, but, you know, their goal eventually, I mean, we have talked about if we could ever get a stage there and where the baseball field is, or a pavilion, that we could have music in the park. And he, you know, him and I have talked about that, but it won't be this year.
We have the open space now, you could rent a wedding tent and then get a pavilion and they can still have music under the pavilion.
That's what the church did last year.
Okay, yeah, right, they had a big tent.
Are they planning to have a band again?
Yeah, yeah. It would be great if they could have it on the park property, but because it's a flatter piece of property, I'll talk to them about it.
It would be closer to the skate park music.
Yeah.
That's the issue, that's kind of, that's.
And plus he wants us, he definitely wants to welcome people to this church. right?
Yeah, he wants to have something, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it worked out pretty well last year.
It really
because
did.
The music was far enough.
Yeah, you're
far
right.
enough apart.
That's why it's where it's at.
And between the parking, didn't we have the shuttle parking for that?
We did.
We did,
It worked.
we did. And,
Joe's dad just bought an old army Jeep.
oh, I know, we probably should use that.
Yeah, he did the veterans like on Memorial Day, or
That'd be fun.
it's got the big sides and stuff.
Yeah. My last item would be, I was going to ask if maybe we could take some money out of the, or not take some money out of it, but if we could pay for lunch for the maintenance guys for the job they did, put those signs in for us, so super hot day. I wanted to ask everyone.
If it's acceptable, I would be happy to buy him pizza and subs.
We did it when they put the actual disc golf course in. Those guys were amazing, so.
I have jotted down, I will confirm with Christie, but I didn't know that you guys did it when they did the admin. So that's,
Pretty much tell that.
so that's good to know, which means that they said yes before.
Oh, there's one last thing I have to talk about. I went into the snack bar and it has been overwhelmed with heavy equipment from the baseball fields, and I don't think that was ever supposed to be the purpose of that room. And there's tractors in there now, there's mud on the floor. there's
I
bases.
can go in there, they said I can get it.
And I think we need to circle back to,
I'll check with Jeff, see if there was any discussion of that, and then I'll put it back in contact, and I'll reach out to Jeff, great, and I'll try and see if I can
yeah.
get a grip on what's going on.
Yeah, now we'll send them a notice to get rid of it or
They
else.
stored the baseball equipment inside the snack stand.
They did, but that's not even the worst part, they drove the tractor in there.
In that little
The what was supposed to happen is they were supposed to knock down their sheds because they were such to either repair or take, or, what's that word? Either repair or replace the sheds because they, repair or replace. And, that's how I left it. And, so I know the sheds got knocked down and it's a better, and the park looks better for that. But then I walked into the building inventory last week of our supplies in there, and it has become the baseball maintenance storage shed. And I did talk to Jeff about it, and he feels...
Jeff or Jeff? Jeff.
Jeff, he does. We're on the same page, so then we need to circle back and find out what's going on.
Okay, all right, I will reach out to Jeff for you.
Is that it?
No, there was a discussion, she had some things where she really.
I just wasn't sure I added it, just to kind of give the opportunity, if there was anything that you guys had that you may be wondering about once I'm not in control. I am currently in the midst of making an informational document that has lots and lots of information regarding agendas, agenda deadlines, adding things to agendas during meetings, the sunshine law, which we have copies here, and I am going to encourage all of you to at least take a gander through it. And then additional information regarding purchasing and reimbursement. That way, if you guys have any questions come August, you will have the document to refer to, and you won't have to go to Chris or Christie and wait to hear back.
Right, I don't know what we're doing.
Yes, exactly. So I'm trying to answer as many future questions as possible. So if you guys have any that you think may appear, also please let me know. I will find the answer to it.
Now, I know you worked on these, have you worked on all the promo flyers through?
So I'm going to have individual promo flyers by my time leaving here. I will have scheduled Facebook posts through your Fun Fridays.
Okay.
They may not have the very
Specific, but that's easy to
want to be
work
at the
with,
beginning, but they will have.
We just added to the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, not only that, her version, probably it's easy enough to.
I will post mine on Canva, so you
Okay,
can key edits.
You can do the comments in.
Social media
Yeah.
wise, I would just like, share, and in the share comment, I would include
yeah,
any
we can do that.
vetted information we need.
So they're all made and they're scheduled?
So I'm in the process of making them all, and
Okay.
then they will all be scheduled, because with Facebook, you can schedule messages out.
Okay.
So I will
And then we can
schedule
share
a
them.
number of different Facebook posts, that way they will automatically go out, and then you guys can share those as those events approach.
That's perfect. Thank you.
I had two questions / things I wanted to talk about. So in terms of getting things posted on Facebook, who will be the contact for that?
It'll likely be Christie. She should be back in her administrative, executive assistant role, hopefully, by the end of August. So likely it'll be Christie. Like I said, I am going to have automatic post scheduled for Friday on Fridays. Christie did the Facebook posting in the past. They are hiring a temp to fill my position until they can find somebody full-time. So hopefully you guys will. I don't know the timeline on that though.
That's fine, but it is still going
Yep,
to
but you
be.
can reach out to, I would recommend, I have it on here, the info email, because Chris and Christie both receive those emails, which is why we have to encourage people to email that one, because all three of us get it, and then whoever has the time and availability.
Okay.
Post.
And then my second one, I know you said about we'll like get an idea of where we're at with our budget. This was kind of for all of us to discuss, but I thought we should maybe create like a Google Doc or something, where we're tracking our expenses for the events so that we don't have to ask all the time.
Very sure.
How much money that?
Yeah, I mean, it would just be a matter of having one person that's gonna track everybody's spending, so that way we know where we're at, we don't have to bother Christie to ask how much we have left all the time. So, okay, thank you.
Absolutely do that.
I think ultimately with the budget, and it's an opportunity for us now to continue to clarify our role, our purpose, our spending, and our allotment. If we can go into, and this would be September, we would have to advise the board of supervisors. So like, I think there's specific things that we need to do our due diligence and be more ahead of, because I think we got caught on kind of the back end of that, of what we could come to the board of supervisors with, which, you know, time gets away and here we're sitting in July, and, you know, the next thing you know, we're like, oh, what are we scrambling that we want to do next year? So I think being able to earmark, even if we call it the 5 fun Fridays, that, you know, if we're doing inflatables every single time, boom, we know we're spending $300, $350. And then, you know, our food allotment, and so I think you're pointing to bring it up, because we were so close to really like turning the corner, not only as an organization, as the township, but also what we're doing at the park, because there's a lot more people going to the park than there used to be, and a lot of variety of usage, so something's working right.
I'd also note that when piggybacking off what Summer said, I think it's a good idea to do that for yourselves, but I also ask whoever's in charge of that, cross-check that to what we have.
Yeah.
And keep constant with that, because if something gets sideways and then you think you have something, or we think, rather than it gets to be a fight and we go back and forth, so keep it constant.
Yeah, even like every quarter review it, make sure we're
Yeah.
all on the same page.
I think it just would be helpful for us all to be able to see at any given time, so we spent this much, we have this. And then too, if we get to the end and there's extra, and we want to invest in some cornhole boards or something like that, we can see.
Or if there's an account, Miranda's leaving, so, you know, fast forward a couple months until we get things kind of squared away. Maybe that specific account can just be emailed to you guys once a month or something, so you're not duplicating
Shows
work.
what's going on.
You're getting the information when and how you want it. It's constant, and you don't have to ask for it to make them phone calls and emails. And everybody's on the same page because it's the same type of piece of work, just a thought.
Okay, I'll bring it up to Crystal, because that's a good idea. That was all I had.
Well, the last thing, I guess, would be to, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you and good luck in the future for everything that you've done, helping us get traction with this committee and Humboldt Park.
Thank you. As I said earlier before the meeting started, I truly enjoyed my time working in Huntington Township and working with you guys. I've learned a lot. Some good, some bad, but that's every job. I've had some lovely, lovely people. And I am quite sad to be I am, which I didn't think I would be, but I'm quite sad to be great. We're all lovely people, and I will say watching this board essentially go from non-existent to what you guys have been doing has been fantastic. I love seeing people involved in their community and people caring, and you guys all care, and it's fantastic to see. And watching the numbers of the park improve and the skate park and everything, I would say it's been the most satisfying part of my job.
And a lot of that is because we feel like we have access to the office, you know, and I think that's how it works. That's what makes it work.
Access and support, for sure.
And I don't want you to lose that either, so if you're feeling as this transition, because I know you have a comfort zone with Miranda, and again, I'm only 1-3, but you have my commitment that I'll see that
You wanna see us
at
keep
some
moving
point,
forward. Okay.
again, we need to get our traction on the inside back in configuration, but I'll make sure that I'll do my part to keep that commitment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sal.
It's good having you here. It's good having everyone here. Is that it? Okay. Somebody would like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
All those in favor?
Somebody got a second.
Second, I'll make a second.
Thanks, Sherry.
All those in favor?
This is not a good time.
We'll see you guys next week.